Tonight on KGW News, prepare for triple digits.
No lives lost, that's what we go by. Just keep everybody safe.
From river patrols to garbage collection, the plans now in the works to try to keep people safe. Plus, as the search for the missing in Maui uncovers more lives lost, those with ties to the islands here find new ways to give back.
You could feel the warmth, you could feel so much aloha knowing that you have a whole village behind.
Then later,
we're in uncharted troll territory.
You heard right, troll territory in Portland. The giant sculpture you can track down somewhere in the woods.
Thanks for joining us. I'm David Mulco, and we begin with growing concerns about what could be prolonged triple-digit heat, with forecasters pointing to dangerous conditions and officials around the metro working to make sure they are prepared to respond. Tonight, we have team coverage of that incoming heat wave. Catherine Cook checked in with those patrolling our rivers and lakes. But we begin with Daisy Caballero in for Matt tonight. Daisy, what is the timing looking like here?
Well, David, as early as Sunday, we could start to see these triple-digit temperatures. But as we're looking at the beginning of the week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and also into Thursday, we could see those above 100-degree temperatures. Ben, this is the reason as to why we're actually seeing some watches and warnings in our area. Looking at the red here, an excessive heat watch that is actually going to start on Sunday, last all the way until Thursday. In the pink here is an excessive heat warning. This will start on Monday, lasting also into Thursday because of these warmer conditions. But right now, we're seeing pretty mild conditions, 71 degrees here in the Portland metro area. Looking at our highs for today, it's 87 degrees for Portland, 86 for Hillsborough, 87 for Aurora. We are seeing those 90s, upper 90s down in Southern Oregon. And if you could just imagine, we're seeing these conditions now. You can just expect to see what we're going to be seeing the next few days. Weekend at a glance here, high of 89 for tomorrow, 99 for Sunday, but we'll talk what else you need to know coming up in my full forecast.
Yeah, it's looking like a long duration event. Thank you, Daisy. Let's bring in Catherine Cook now, who spent the day on the water. Catherine, a lot of folks will be looking to cool off. We cannot stress the importance of being safe out there enough.
And David, if these reminders save just one person, they're worth repeating. As people are out swimming and boating, the extreme heat will make them even more vulnerable in an environment that can be as dangerous as it is fun. Jumping into a heat wave. At Glen Otto Park Friday, families found refreshment in the Sandy River, knowing what lies ahead.
It's supposed to be hundreds next week. Yep.
Marty Palin and her kids plan to be right back here in Troutdale.
I just go for it.
This is their go-to place.
We feel really safe here because they offer life jackets and I can relax a little bit.
The lifeguards seem so capable here, and it is really nice.
It would make us feel a lot better, and for the parents to know their kids are in life jackets.
Matthew Mullen is a river rescue technician with AMR. They're out here at Glen Otto 7 days a week, 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. through Labor Day. Same at High Rocks Park in Gladstone.
No lives lost, that's what we go by. Just keep everybody safe.
This is AMR's 24th summer out here. Before that, an average of 2 people drowned at Glen Otto Park every year. Mullen says August is usually when they deal with the most close calls.
Summer's almost over. People going back to school, going back to work. Weather's going to start declining, so they just try to get out and do whatever they can in the last month.
Out on the Columbia.
So we're going to gear up for the hot weather. We're expecting a lot of people to be out on the water.
Good job having your life jackets.
The Multnomah County Sheriff's River Patrol will be among them. Deputy Chad Diekman is warning people now to stay hydrated and to stay sober while operating watercraft. Also, leave space for everyone on the river, and above all, wear life jackets. Last weekend, he assisted Clark County's River Patrol near Frenchman's Bar. He says that's where a father drowned.
The child that was with them was wearing a life jacket. The gentleman was not. From the best we can tell, he might have gotten fatigued, and that's why anytime we can encourage people to wear life jackets, we highly encourage it.
Back at Glen Otto Park, the water is running around 64 degrees.
It's good to be out in the sunshine, but also in the cool water.
Feels good. But safety officials warn it's still cold enough to shock you, especially in contrast to the sweltering heat.
So just being smart. If you get too cold, get out. You can still experience cold shock.
That water did feel good today. Now, Glen Auto Park also offers free life jackets, which is another reason why they're so popular. A reminder about the life jacket rule in Oregon: everyone on board a watercraft has to have a life jacket available to them, and kids 12 and under need to be wearing them. And David, that goes for watercraft like paddle boards and kayaks too.
Yeah, it's a really good reminder. Thank you, Catherine. Meanwhile, health officials say now is the time to make a plan for you and your loved ones to make sure you have the supplies you need and a cool place to go. To know the signs as well that heat is starting to affect you. It can be worse, experts say, in the very young and the elderly. Symptoms of heat-related illness include nausea, vomiting, a high temperature, and increased heart rate.
Another thing to watch out for is heat stroke, which is a little bit more intense than having heat-related symptoms. And that's really when you're going to see your temperature spike above 103 degrees, as well as having difficulty standing, talking.
Well, if you have AC but you're worried about your bill, you might be able to get financial support. You can call 211 for more information there. Multnomah County has also been working to distribute air conditioners to underserved communities, especially since that deadly heat dome back in 2021. That one killed 107 people across Oregon alone. Here is one way to stay a little bit cooler. Misting stations are set up in 14 parks across the Rose City. Details are on the Portland Water Bureau's social media pages. Libraries, rec facilities, and other public spaces will also offer extended evening hours as early as Sunday. We're still waiting for exactly what cooling centers will open in Multnomah County. Our Verify team looked into that and what our forecast has to look like before it happens. You can check that out along with updates over the next week on the extreme heat and where to go to get cool. That's all for you at KGW.com. And one more quick note for those of you in Portland: plan to get your garbage, recycling, and compost out early next week. That's because waste management crews are planning to start around 6 in the morning to get their routes done before it really heats up. Let's get you caught up on tonight's other headlines now. The man who was banned from TriMet for cutting women's hair and performing lewd acts on board now faces 36 new charges. 35-year-old Jared Walter is now accused of recording women in the bathrooms of various Portland businesses. This was back in April. He was indicted by a grand jury just this week. Walter has been in and out of jail for more than a decade. In 2019, he received TriMet's first ever lifetime ban. In Woodburn, police are asking for help finding a missing 12-year-old girl. Authorities say Bianca Vieira Garcia left her home around midnight last night. She's around 5'2" and 120 pounds. She was wearing a black t-shirt and jean shorts and may be carrying a black backpack with a glitter-covered front pouch. If you have information, call Woodburn Police. A traffic alert for I-84 near the I-205 interchange. Vehicles headed westbound over the weekend will have to detour onto 205 South and then merge back onto 84. Several on-ramps to 84 West will also be closed. This detour is set up so ODOT can do some repair work in that area. The change, though, is only for the weekend. Everything is expected to get back to normal by 5 on Monday morning. Let's take you to Maui now and the search for the missing, with the National Guard in the streets of Lahaina, where they found the remains of at least 12 more people, bringing the total confirmed dead so far to 67. That number expected to rise as authorities begin searching inside what remains of charred buildings. Some residents were allowed back in for the first time to check on their homes today. In many cases, they found only rubble. Meanwhile, some family members of those who lived in the path of the flames have had a heart-wrenching 3 days. Kimberly Boone from California has not been able to get a hold of her father.
What goes through my mind is do I just go over there and find my dad because no one else is? More days that go by, those numbers are going to go up. And if he did get evacuated, where did he get evacuated to? There's no information regarding that.
Just one story, one of so many. There is no official tally of how many people are missing, though some fear it could be as high as 1,000. Now, Hawaii may be half an ocean away, but we are seeing an outpouring of support right here in the Northwest. A local Hawaiian restaurant, the name is Grind with Tries, is selling a popular Hawaiian snack For $3, all the money they earned from selling musubis, that is grilled spam on rice wrapped in seaweed, all the money up until Sunday will go to Hawaiian Foundation. And as the co-owner told us today, Portland has shown up to help.
As busy as it was, just seeing everyone's orders with the musubis, it was just like, wow. Like, you could feel the warmth, you could feel so much aloha knowing that you have a whole village behind you.
So much aloha, Maui strong. They are not the only ones stepping up. NoHo's Hawaiian Cafe is taking donations for the next week, and Bottle Drop, the Oregon Beverage and Recycling Cooperative. You can donate cans and bottles to support wildfire relief. You can also make a donation to this, the KGW Northwest Response Fund. We are partnering with the American Red Cross. Volunteers are on the island opening shelters and providing evacuees with a safe place to stay. You can text the word fire to the number on your screen. That is 503-226-5088, and we will text you back with a link to donate to the fund. You can also donate in person at any local U.S. Bank branch.